Hello there. Welcome to another Facebook Live. I am sitting in LA at the moment, and it is the eve of the special day I've been building up, talking loads about atheism for Lent. So tomorrow is the day when we enter existential despair. We go into the heart of unknowing. We experience that nihilistic moment. Yes, it is Valentine's Day, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about atheism for Lent. Now, before I do, I also want to make sure that this is working, that you can hear me. And then I'm going to hit record, as I always do. And we're going to, is that couch saved? Says Nathan. I don't know. Unspeakable things have been done on this couch. No, sadly not. I don't think this couch could take unspeakable things. It's from IKEA. So there you go. All right. Everything seems to be working. I'm going to hit record. All right. Hello. Back again for another Facebook Live. As I was saying earlier there, tomorrow is the beginning. It is the moment when we start this journey. For those of you who have signed up, hopefully you'll already have the website. All the buttons are working, and I'm going to send out some extra information today. So don't worry if you don't know what's happening and you've signed up, you'll hear from me today. So before I talk about atheism for Lent, but I want to talk about the crazy thing that's happened. I don't know if you've heard, but me and my friend Elliot, who's also my housemate, we've been friends for a while now, and there's a lot of nights where we'll sit and we'll have a drink and we'll just chat and laugh, and we enjoy each other's company. And a while back we thought, we'd love to start a podcast and just invite people into that conversation. So it's kind of like, we're having a chat about kind of issues that are important to us. And anybody who's kind of crazy enough to want to listen to that, we could create a podcast. And so we did, and we launched it the day before yesterday. We put one podcast out, and then we immediately thought it's a bit lonely if someone kind of goes to the podcast and they see only one thing there. It doesn't look that great. So we recorded another two and we put them out. So that was yesterday. We have 3 podcasts, and we didn't even expect a chart. When I was talking to Elliot about it, we were like, okay, this is a bit of a nerdy thing. We'll see how many people are interested. We might chart on the topic that we're in, which is society and culture. So we thought we might hit in the 200 of that. But thank you to all of you who have subscribed and left reviews and downloaded episodes, because last night we hit number 20 in our category. And what's even more crazy is we hit number 61 in top podcasts. So that's podcasts everywhere. Now, of course, we're going to drop probably quite quickly, but the fact that we kind of landed there was incredible, and really encouraged us to keep going. So thank you if you've downloaded the podcast. Please do let us know what you think. We're definitely at the very beginning of this journey, and we're going to keep improving. But it's kind of rough around the edges, and that's what we want. It is really a conversation between the two of us, back and forth on various subjects. The very first episode, we introduce each other, and we also talk a little bit about capitalism and desire. On the second episode, it's called The Genie of Unconscious Wishes. And it's all about pleasure and enjoyment and how they differ and how they interconnect. And then the third episode is all about shibboleths, contemporary phrases and words that we use, not because they have meaning, but simply because they define who's a goodie and who's a baddie, who's in our group and who's an outsider. So that's what we've done so far. We're going to record another one for this Sunday, and it's going to be basically like your Sunday sermon. That's the idea. And we'll keep going as long as somebody's out there listening. So thank you for that. Also, I just did a Robcast. If you go on to the Robcast, you'll see that the latest episode is me and Rob talking about parables, the structure of parables, what they do, and I talk a little bit about dialectics. So check that out. What else am I up to? Oh yeah, I'm about to go to Texas. So hopefully I'll see some of you in Austin, or where am I? San Antonio, Houston, Dallas. So please do say hi if you're watching this, if you're following along in my work. I always hang around at the end, and usually at the beginning as well. So come over. I'd love to shake your hand and say thank you for following me this far in this journey. It's been an exciting one. Someday I'll do a Facebook Live about that. Actually, I've been in America now for 6 years, and it's been an incredible journey, and I'd love to share that with you if anyone's interested. So I'll maybe do a live on that. But before I do, please do let me know where you're listening in from. Say hi. If you've got any questions about the content of this, let me know. This is very much a kind of like how-to for those people who have signed up to Atheism for Lent. If you want to know more about the course, I've actually done a series of, I think, 5 or 6 Facebook Lives in the last week that will kind of like give you an idea of what we're doing. But here's how it works. Very simply, when you sign up, you get access to a private email or private website. And on that website, there are all the instructions. And every day, there's a button to press. And when you press that button, you get the candy. And by the candy, I mean the existential nihilism of decentering and destruction. And you consume that. And then every Sunday, you can either watch me live. I'll be doing a seminar. I'll actually be doing the seminar this Sunday from Austin. So you can either watch that live, or you can watch or listen afterwards at any point. So as soon as I finish the seminar, I will upload it, and then you're able to access that. That's really it. There's not really much more I can say. I mean, I can outline again the structure, but I've kind of done that over the last 4 or 5 days. It's very simple. We start off with a few days of just getting into the feel of what is the purpose of Atheism for Lent. My favorite reflection that week is actually the making love script for the short film that I'm making actually in a few weeks in Belfast. So you'll discover more about that. We've even got a reading of it, so you don't have to read the script. You can just listen to the director who's going to read it. She reads it, and it's only 20 minutes to listen to. So that's the highlight of, I think, for me, the first week, because in a sense that script really gets to the heart of what I'm trying to do in my wider project, Power of Theology, and also within Atheism for Lent. I'm also going to make that seminar the Paro seminar for February. Then after that, we look at the traditional critiques of God. I think maybe my highlight that week is a sermon by Robert Ingersoll that I read. I read an excerpt of it. Ingersoll was this great preacher, one of the great American speakers. I call him a preacher, but he was called the Great Agnostic. He would fill town halls with these very funny and insightful critiques of religion. So I recorded myself speaking one of those seminars, one of those sermons. And so that's the highlight for that week, I think. For me, I really enjoyed recording it. Then week 3, we get into the mystics. Let me see, is there any, Meister Eckhart is in there. I think Marguerite Porete. So those are some of my favorite mystics. And then from the mystics, we get into some of the great masters of suspicion, they're called. Marx, Nietzsche, Freud, Feuerbach. These people who, critique religion either because, in the sense, not from a metaphysical position, not kind of giving arguments against the existence of God or anything like that, but rather how religion functions, how it can often function to, hide our own kind of moral desires, repress our moral desires, or how we can often embrace religion through fear and that kind of stuff. And then we'll look at the existential theologians. Always one of my highlights there is Paul Tillich. And finally, we enter into the contemporary field with some thinkers that have really influenced me. So yeah, that's the trajectory. You can sign up on my website. You can sign up via Patreon. I'm looking forward to doing the journey with you. As I said, all starts tomorrow, but my first official seminar will be on Sunday at I think it's 2:00 PST. So let's just see if you've got any questions, and then I will let you go. We've got people from, oh yeah, there's Canada. We've got some Texans, Colorado. What's the website? Says Summer. PeterRollins.com. So if you go to PeterRollins.com, you'll find all the information you need. Dave Andrews says, sounds like a good thing to give up for Lent. I don't suppose you're the David Andrews from Australia. I know a David Andrews in Australia. Basically, some of you have done this before. Some of you have gone on this journey with me before and will kind of know the ropes. But there's enough new material that will hopefully interest and inspire you. I try to always keep some of the stuff from the previous year, some of the best stuff, but also try to mix it up and put in some new material. So I'm excited to start tomorrow. I'll be doing the reflections as well. And some of you will meet on the road, hopefully in Texas. And then I'm going to be up in Northern California and Santa Monica, Santa Cruz, and Sacramento. So I'll see some of you up there. And and then if you can't get enough of me, which I'm sure you will have had enough of me, now we've got the Fundamentalist podcast going. But my Wake Festival is the end of April, and I'm preparing for that. And so if you want to spend a holiday in Ireland with me, there's like about 20 tickets left. So grab a ticket and come on over. So nice one. I appreciate you listening in. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And I'll see some of you on Sunday. Goodbye.